People aren't patient. That's the real problem, especially when we're driving. It's like we become different people behind the wheel, rushing, snapping, cutting corners. And the yellow light, that's where it all comes out. You'd think a yellow light means slow down, but most of us treat it like a final challenge in a video game. Either you win and make it through, or you lose and sit for another 2 minutes. And I'm not gonna lie, I've been that guy, the one who sees yellow and hits the gas. Not because I'm in a rush, not because I'm late, just because I can. Something about it makes me feel like I've beaten the system. But here's the part they don't want you to know. Speeding through a yellow isn't about saving time, it's about control. It's about not wanting to stop when life tells you to pause. There was this one time I was coming home from work, tired and frustrated. The light turned yellow just as I got close, and something inside me just snapped. I slammed on the gas, and boom! Someone else from the opposite side did the same. We didn't crash, but we got close enough that I had to pull over and just sit for a second. My hands were shaking. My stomach was in knots. I remember thinking, what the hell is wrong with me? Most people never realize this, but the yellow light shows who we really are in that split second. Not the careful planner, not the calm thinker, the impulsive, I don't want to wait version of ourselves. We don't react like that in other parts of life, at least not as obviously. But this little light triggers something deep. And it's not just me. I've seen people throw their hands up, scream inside their cars, honk at literally no one, just because they had to stop for a red after missing the yellow. It's such a tiny moment, but it brings out this insane amount of emotion. Why? Why does this even matter that much? Stay with me, because in just a few moments, you'll see how this all connects. Here's the thing I didn't get at first. Yellow lights aren't just traffic signals. They're tiny life lessons. Every time we approach one, it's like life is asking, can you pause? Can you wait? Or are you going to rush through and hope for the best? And for most of us, that answer is no, we don't wait. We don't want to. We treat every pause like an inconvenience. That's what happened to me for years. I used to drive Uber, covering hundreds of miles a day. I told myself I needed to keep moving, that stopping would slow me down, that I couldn't afford to waste even 30 seconds. But looking back, all that rushing made me miserable. One day it caught up to me. I was doing 300 miles, running on barely any sleep, and I saw the yellow light. Instinct kicked in, go faster. And I did. But there was a cop sitting just a few cars back. Pulled me over, ticket, delay. Whole schedule ruined. I remember sitting there thinking, wow, if I had just waited, I'd be fine. That moment taught me more than any motivational video ever could. Most people think they're racing against time, but the truth? We're racing against ourselves. Our own inability to sit still, to accept pauses, to let go of the illusion that moving fast means winning. But here's the messed up part. This shows up everywhere in our lives. We rush relationships, we rush decisions, we rush healing. And every time life gives us a yellow light, a moment to breathe, to think, we hit the gas. You ever make a decision you regretted just because you didn't want to wait? Maybe you texted someone you shouldn't, took a job you didn't want, said yes when you should have said, let me think. That's the same yellow light, just a different version. And once I realized that, something clicked. I started trying to notice those yellow moments, not just on the road, but in my day, in my emotions, in my choices. It's not easy, it's uncomfortable, but it's honest. And that honesty changed how I live. Now, let's get really honest. We don't like slowing down because slowing down makes us feel powerless. That's the real fear. When you stop at a red light, you're not in charge anymore. You have to wait, obey, be still. And for people who've always felt the need to move, that's terrifying. I used to think patience was boring, weak. But here's what nobody told me. Patience is one of the most powerful things you can have. It means you trust yourself enough not to chase every impulse. It means you can sit with discomfort. That's real strength. The biggest mistake I made was thinking I had to speed up to get ahead. I thought if I wasn't moving and I was falling behind. But life doesn't work like a race. It's not about who gets through the yellow light fastest. It's about who can make it through without wrecking everything. And yeah, I still catch myself sometimes. That itch to push. That voice saying, just go. But now I ask, do I really need to rush this? Or is this just fear in disguise? Stay with me, because here's the part that really blew my mind. Every yellow light is a chance to prove to yourself that you're not a slave to your emotions, that you can choose calm over chaos, that you don't need to be first to be at peace. So next time you hit that yellow, whether it's in traffic or life, pause just for a second. Breathe, think. That moment might feel small, but it could be the exact thing that keeps you from making a decision you'll regret for years. Most people will keep rushing, but maybe you won't. Maybe this time you'll wait. And maybe that tiny pause, that might be the most powerful move you ever make.